It's day 2 in Glasgow, and as Charlene and Judith busy themselves in the kitchen, last night's hosts Mandy and Ali are riding high.
I'm quietly confident about winning.
I think we've laid down a challenge for the other couples.
When I get that money at the end of the week, I'll be wearing make myself a nice dress out of it.
But not only is everyone on a different page to Mandy, they're reading an entirely different book altogether.
Can't say too much about the food last night because I feel mean. I was let down by the main course, which just simply didn't work.
I don't think last night was a winning night. I think the food was pretty basic.
So, as we go into round 2 of the competition, tonight's guests are more interested in their hosts than the food.
Charlene and Judith, well, that was a surprise, shall we say?
I don't think our guests have ever dined with two ladies like us before.
Oh, definitely not, no.
I was desperate to ask Charlene and Judith questions last night about their life. You know, how did they end up as Charlene and Judith?
Interested to find out more about Charlene and Judith's relationship and
How they got to where they are.
Yes, but before we get to that, there's some cooking to be done.
Our menu's inspired by actually my own culinary experience. So I like all the dishes that are on our menu.
I don't.
Ah, well, can't win them all. Charlene and Judith kick off with their dessert, creme brulee.
creme brulee is a favourite of mine. That's a good choice.
Right, let's go.
And they're off. Judith starts by separating eggs, while Charlene heats through some double cream.
Right, so listen, I've not made this before.
Always good when there's a grand up for grabs.
Yeah, I'm quite fussy about my creme brulee, so yeah, I'll quite happily express my distaste if it hasn't met my standards.
Vanilla pods are sliced.
Ooh.
And added to the warmed milk.
Right.
I think Judith will be in charge in the kitchen and she'll be telling Charlene what to do.
You whisk that for 1 minute.
Well, you did wrong, Mandy. Judith's following orders, whisking the egg yolks and sugar.
Let's stop.
The vanilla and milk are added to the egg mix, followed by more of Charlene's instructions.
Can you pour that into the sieve slowly?
Once sieved, Charlene spoons the mix into ramekins.
It's looking a bit messy.
It'll all be all right on the night, they say.
And they're in to bake.
If the creme brulee curdles, then obviously it just goes completely wrong.
Please, 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 please.
Perfect.
Hurrah! Brulee's set. They're put aside till later. On to the starter. Deep-fried camembert.
I was going to do that. I was.
Awesome.
Not a lot to it. Again, it is just deep frying the camembert.
Well, they've got to make the breadcrumbs to fry it in first.
It really isn't worth making them yourself because you can never get them as nice as just buying a tin.
Ah, well, maybe there isn't much to it. Judith cracks open eggs, which Charlene whisks up.
This coats the pieces of camembert so that the breadcrumbs will stick.
Charlene then sharpens her knife before giving Judith a maths lesson.
Right, half it. Half it again. Halve those again. That's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 2 is 16.
Yeah, well, I think we should give them 3 each then.
Well, no, because I want some. Oh, I love camembert.
I can't bear it. I'm so terribly sorry. Charlene dunks the remaining camembert into the egg wash and then into the shop-bought breadcrumbs.
Are you a bit worried the guests might think this is a bit simple?
No, not at all.
It looks simple to me.
I don't think it's a tricky starter. I think that's why I decided to go with charcuterie, because it was a bit different to camembert.
Should we just agree that no one's done much cooking yet? The pair will deep-fry the cheesy wedges when their guests arrive. Main please, baked trout with potatoes and veg.
Quite similar to last night's, actually. Trout, sea bass.
It's official, it's a fish-off.
Mandy, you are a wag.
Now, fish.
I don't know much about fish.
I do. They like water.
Our guests are in for a treat tonight.
Oh, they really are. Look at that beautiful, beautiful fish.
Charlene starts by seasoning the trout with black pepper.
It's not the most
That
exciting.
is the sort of thing we would genuinely eat when you come home from work.
After all the problems last night, this is going to go down very well. We can just put it right in front of them, no hassle with smashing salt off it.
I'm hoping our fish outsharks them.
Outsharks them.
Yes.
Sage and sliced lemons are placed onto the great white trout. Then they're wrapped in tin foil. Looks like we're going to need a bigger baking tray.
Right, next.
Onto the veg. As Charlene busies herself with the carrots, Judith heads off on a completely different track. Well, I didn't see that coming. Oh, she's got a Eurostar.
All aboard the winner's train.
What's the gauge on that, Judith?
Judith, get back here.
You've lost her. I think she's gone into a tunnel.